stage, right? Even those edges of Pokemon Stadium 2, if he gets pushed all the way over there, that's still stone. And when you have two different resources, you have two different pools that you're mining from, and it will take longer to get to a diamond if you're switching between them. But if it's all stone all the way through, all it takes is for Onin to get through that, right, set up his walls, and get the big tools. And he's going to need them because he's going up against a guy with quite the big tool himself in Cloud Strife, and in the hands of Kola, it's a dangerous tool.
Definitely, that Buster Sword just absolutely huge. See landing that forward air to start, but not much action on either side. Kola doing what he can to try to aggress. Oh, just chops through those blocks and goes right for him.
This is one of the reasons that Kola's really going to enjoy playing Cloud, and especially early on in any stock where Onin is going to be building these walls with the dirt, the forward air will be able to break that immediately, and I think it can do that to wood as well. But once Onin starts getting into the stone, that is where Kola's going to have a very hard time getting in. Right now, trouble stopping Onin already up to the diamond.
Yeah, 114 has the diamond on deck, but has to have the time to actually build it. We're going to put up a wall instead. I didn't even consider the fact that that could disrupt Cloud's recovery. You can see it there, trying to drop the anvil on him, but can't quite do it. That was every smash attack. Oh my goodness.
Around the world. Built up an L for him too, and it's, I mean, honestly, not even a disrespect. That's just the
optimal
shape you want to build, yeah. Cloud right now not deterred just yet at 132. I mean, both of these characters are at pretty equal kill percents, and Onin's already down to that stone, so being able to mine, it is going to go a much longer way. Almost had a tech chase too.
Yeah, huge tech and a huge up smash, playing chicken there with the minecart, comes out ahead. But the diamond tool is unlocked. Not even going to be needed, honestly, with Cloud at 144.
Oh,
and goodbye. Straight to the mine.
That roller coaster has some problems. We need to get that checked out.
Some action park stuff. Get out of here.
It's unsafe, please. Kola right now, unsafe commitment to that up B, and turn the other way. Well, he's turned all types of around right now.
And a gorgeous follow-up from Onin, being able to charge that forward smash just a bit. And Kola's going to land on that platform and be okay just barely.
A really intelligent recovery from him right there. You can see he's thinking going up against this character, because you really have to be, and using that air dodge. Every single tool at his disposal he is using.
Oh my goodness, speaking of every single tool, you see the anvil into the minecart, into the forward smash. Onin just thirsty for this kill. Kola might be able to judo this into a bit more damage, but he hits the minecart, and you can see Kola kind of shaking his head, realizing the error there. Anytime that you feel like you have Steve on the back foot, can really get surprised by that. It's like, I don't know, it's Banjo turned up to 11.
Yeah.
You know, it's like thinking about the Wonder Wing, but there, it can hit all the way down as well.
You have to really be proactive in how you're going to take care of that minecart, right? It's not something that you can just react to and throw something out unless you're playing at a very long range, in which case Steve can get at a disadvantage pretty quickly. But there, right, you saw Kola trying to throw out that up smash to take care of the minecart, but it's putting him in hot water. Onin with another ledge guard opportunity.
Good up B from Kola. Kola doing everything he can to not lose the stock early. Has not fallen early once. And I feel like Onin, you know, for all of his edge guards, hasn't really gotten a lot done hitting the blocks on that, doing 13. Not a crazy amount, but does have a diamond tool, not many resources.
I like it hitting the blocks too, though, because that sets up just like a lingering zone that you as Onin, you're just like, okay, well, that's impassable territory for a full second to me. Right now, Kola trying to fight back for center stage, which Onin has been doing a great job of holding on to. A little up tilt the back here, almost taking the stock too.
Yeah, so close. Refreshing the diamond tool. Doesn't matter though, can he hit the climax, and he tried to up air it, but sadly did not have priority. Kola leaning back in his seat.
The spacing was just a bit off on that up air. Kola had the right idea, right? I was talking about how you need to be proactive to take care of that minecart, and he wanted to get that up air to meet Onin up there, but because the spacing was just a little bit off, those hands got clipped by the minecart, and he rockets into that top blast zone. But with the crowd behind him, Kola's not going to be bereft of energy in this set. As we go into game 2, right back to PS2, you can see he is all kinds of fired up there.
It becomes so difficult to know how to space that thing out because, I mean, with Cloud, you have the range, but there are certain moves that definitely put you into harm's way, hitting the hands on the up air, and there's a huge start to this stock. Oh man, 76, Kola having to jump out of there, but hasn't touched Onin yet.
And therein lies the problem, right? Yeah, you get your spacing as Cloud if you're in control of the game. If you're not, right, then here comes Steve with amazing frame data, great ways to zone break when he's got access to Iron, and Onin has been doing a very good job of assuring that he has got resources at all times.
Good chop into a little bit more. He's at 128, but still has to watch out. I mean, like, there are a lot of characters that if you're at this percent, you can kind of play around the kill options. You can be a lot safer, but I mean, Steve just has so much stuff, whether he's above you, whether he's to the side. He's got so many things that can kill you out of nowhere. Kola playing around them well. Just gonna shoot out the blade beam, but nothing there.
Playing at this distance, right, respecting, like you were alluding to, that Steve can kill you off of stray hits and even just that grab at this higher percent, not enough to do it. Lots of very intelligent recoveries by Kola. Clearly, he's done his research on this character, and the survivability has been phenomenal. The back air at 163, but look at the damage he's been able to do to Onin in the meantime.
Yeah, did a great job in beating the minecart with up smash. You know that's what he wanted. You were talking before about having to be proactive against that, knowing that Steves are gonna pop it. And it takes some crazy timing to be able to beat. Is able to do it, doesn't fall with the second part of Climate Hazard, gonna take even more damage. This is deja vu with the first stock, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Onin has just been so consistent at building and maintaining a lead, and we haven't seen, right, the same kind of damage in return from Kola. And I mean, the neutral exchanges have been pretty even between them, but Onin is definitely one of those Steve lab monsters that can give you one touch off of any stray hit and turn that into 50-60%, and that is why Kola has been playing from behind this whole set.
Gets the jab. The real X factor is just how long Kola has been holding these stocks. Now at 148, have to imagine he's gonna be at 160 before he dies, and he does. There's a forward air. They take off the stock quickly, big back air, and again, like you were talking about, being proactive, realizing that Onin's gonna jump right into it.
This is what gave Jake problems when he was on the rise as a Steve main initially, was that his minecart timings were very predictable and his opponents were able to be proactive about that. And then what happened with people like Jake, Yanni, Kola, right? These are people that build up that repertoire of mixing it up, right? And right now the problem for Onin is, I mean, barely any resources to his name.
Right, totally out of blocks, trying to build as much as possible. Put down that stone and they kind of handshake, limit for blocks. Don't know if that's the best idea. We'll see, I guess, in the end. Gonna pursue with that neutral air. Gets the back air and has the limit. What's the minecart? Yeah, we're going way off.
Onin trying to catch an air dodge with that back air, gets some gold. That is huge because now Kola has to respect the powered rail minecarts. But you don't have to think about it when you can take the stock first. Came down to the last seconds of the game, but Georgia's finest gets one on the board.
Wondering what the counter pick might be. We've gone to PS2 all this time. Onin might just opt for it again, but does have the advantage of a couple counter picks here.
You got to think really hard as Kola. I believe that Hollow Bastion is legal. That's one of those few stages where you have two types of resources that you can mine as Steve, and so Kola taking care of that. It's Hollow Bastion and Kalos. You can mine stone and iron depending on your position on the stage, whereas you go to Small Battlefield, this is actually, a lot of people think that this is stone, and I did for a while. It's actually just completely the neutral that you get on like Final Destination, things like that.
Okay.
So you're going to get very consistent, varied types of blocks on Onin's end, so the creativity is going to be at maximum here.
Sure. Yeah, one of the things I was watching the Invitational, and Kola was doing such a good job of just using the mining, using the resources, but everybody was going to PS2, and part of me is thinking, he wants them. You've got to try other stages. You've got to figure something out, especially on a rule set that had, what, Pictochat legal? Yeah. I like the chaos. I wanted some crazy stuff, but looks like Kola may have dropped something behind the stage.
Taking a look, taking a peek. Like maybe his AirPods are gone.
Maybe a shy guy stole it. Oh, there you go. Had his glasses. And we're back.
There are angles where you can stand in this venue and it'll look like a shy guy's like picking you up, or like.
I love that.
I think on like the right side of the venue, it looks like the shy guy's taking away the monitor on stage. He's like, yoop.
I love those things. Game 3 now. Onin currently up. I'm sorry, it's 1-1.
But it's the Roy that's coming out.
Yeah.
Success with the Cloud, but I guess maybe on a smaller stage, he's more content to be up close and personal.
Sure. And here we go. This is just Steve stuff. You're going to take that damage.
It's like when you play a heavy character and you know you're going to take a combo for 60, but
you're paying
anybody against Steve.
Gonna chill under the stage. What's the play? Oh, that is frustrating.
Yeah, your only options right there are to either commit to something off stage if you don't have something to hit that low below the ledge, or you need to run over and kill the crafting table, because that will force the crafting table to drop on Steve, and then he can no longer mine on the side of the stage, can't refresh his blocks.
Very smart.
We'll see if Kola can bring out those adaptations, stopping that TNT from getting any wacky setups, but hold on a second, I might be lying.
Okay, there we go, we're safe. 120, we're gonna drop the anvil, it's not gonna land, but Onin, usually using that anvil, I think he knows the anvil won't hit, but he tries to set up for something else, and a huge up air. He tried to get that, that's how he lost the first game, but spaced it out perfectly there with Roy. It feels like Kola is consistently a step ahead in the air, it's just how well can you space it?
Right, I mean, that's why he lost that game one, is had the right idea, but poor spacing him right there. Big commitment on that double-edged dance gives Onin his opportunity back into this game, and with plenty of iron, but no gold or diamond just yet, so he's still gonna have to fight Kola pretty on board. Whoa!
Big counter there, expecting a back air, doesn't happen. TNT's about to explode, but I don't think it's gonna, it never does.
Yeah. You need to just kind of get out of dodge, because Steve has those setups to put you in there, and I don't think the TNT is unblockable, but it's very easy for it to shield poke you.
Setting up the blocks, found his diamond. Needs to make something of it though. Gets hit by the corner. I love the tech by Kola to close the distance. Still not enough to KO just yet. Tries to force the trump, that's bad. He's gone. And
he missed his trump too. I think maybe a little bit distracted by the TNT detonating right, and it shakes the whole screen.
Sure.
That can be a tough thing to get around, and with that, we have Onin with a diamond in the back pocket for the potential last stock, if we even get that far.
There's no jump, and you can't air dodge through that. It's gone. 71%. The stock is gone. Diamond in his pocket, and he gets to save that for later.
He can make a music box out of it now.
Give that to the special someone, you know?
You can pop the TF2 message. give the global. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea.
Me neither, but it's very funny. What a cool game. All right, back to PS2 again. Kola loves this stage.
Probably back to the cloud as well, I would have to imagine. Even though the Roy did really well, I think that he just had a couple times where, like you said, spacing is a lot harder. You have a much, much smaller margin of error, given that, Cloud's got a sword double the size of Roy's, right? Makes that legendary artifact in his hands look like a butter knife. So we're right back to the Buster Sword, the aptly named tool for him. And with the crowd cheering him on, he's got to win 2 in a row to stay in winners brackets.
It's a big deal too, because Cloud doesn't have to full commit to try to punish what Steve's going for. And oh my goodness, look at this. Off stage, forward airs, down airs, just trying out every aerial to try to stuff Onin's recovery. There's the cross slash, 131. He's out of there. Only 13% on Kola.
Just such a beautifully played stock by Kola. I mean, used the limit perfectly, kept Onin in the corner, and didn't give him any time to mine, because he was always playing at this mid-range distance where he was just never comfortable to start digging up those resources.
This is interesting, because I feel like as Steve's kind of want you to continually run at them, to bang your head against that wall, and they just constantly hit you. But Kola is just weaving through these hitboxes so deftly that it feels like Onin just can't really keep up, at least not in this game. And Onin's not even trying to run away. He's not trying to mine. He doesn't care about this diamond. He's just straight up trying to fight. Might come back to bite him, because Kola's just a step ahead.
Well, and that's the problem fighting against Kola, is that when he is playing well, he is using his movement well, and he's noticing how you're responding to that. And right now, he's noticing that Onin has reverence to just how explosive of a player Kola is, right? When you see him running at you, you're kind of flinching, like somebody just said blue punch buggy. And that is what is doing so well for Kola, that intimidation factor, the dodge through the up smash, not gonna let him live for long. Onin evens up the stocks.
Has the diamond. Don't know if he's gonna get the opportunity though.
And they save it for the last stock. He's already got iron tools too, so that's plenty enough to put on some damage.
Yeah, he might be fine. 135, gonna slide. I can't believe that's okay. I genuinely can't believe Steve can do that.
You don't like the slip and slide?
He's like a penguin.
I love happy feet. Back air.
Back air, gorgeous from Kola. Tries to get rid of the crafting table, and the diamond is out. You gotta watch the Jake smash, man.
Yeah, it will likely be here for the rest of the game. He's also got plenty of gold in the inventory as well, so watch the powered rails as well. Whoa. There's the last one burnt, and no iron, it's just stone, and Kola is not going to let up. You know that he is relentless pressure incarnate.
Finally getting a little bit of iron, he's gonna use it right away. And Kola getting bonked by the minecart. Onin trying to find a way to get these resources. Excellent follow through by Onin there, catching him all the way on the right, waiting for him to pop out of the cart.
Oh, look at all the resources. Iron, gold, diamond, you name it. Those precious minerals are in Onin's hands, but will he get to land and use them?
The double hit on the minecart might be Kola's undoing. Onin more than ready to follow through.
And remember, one more stock and Onin moves on to winners finals, but Kola turning it around with the limit climb hazard. We go to game number 5.
Just barely. It felt like Kola had to be, again, 2 steps, 3 steps ahead at certain points, ready for the minecart, ready for what Onin was going to swing with him. And it just ended up with Kola coming out ahead. And we've got the crowd firmly behind Kola, which is crazy because, like, you know, Onin is kind of a hometown guy here. Not Canada, but Michigan. Very close. Did have some supporters in the crowd, but...
Wow. And that shows you just how much of a loved, beloved figure Kola is in this community. When you get this for somebody on the opposite side of the continent, they are loud and proud for him. Will it be enough to jet Kola to winners finals, a place that he is not unfamiliar with? Town and City is the choice for game number 5.
That's a big stage. Kola's at his best when he's able to rush you down and force you to make uncomfortable decisions. We're gonna go high on that one. Onin has already slowed this to a crawl.
And honestly, he needs that because when you're on a stage made of wood, right? When you're talking about Smashville and Town and City, it's going to take the longest per just like a seconds mining standpoint to get to Diamond. It is like 7 seconds here, and on like PS2 it would be like 6.5, something like that. But moreover, forward air is going to put in a lot of work. You see it right there for damage. Can also take care of the blocks, but Onin stuffing him from getting back on stage.
That was a gorgeous back air just placed at the apex of that jump. Onin able to take out that stock. We do have a climb hazard, but still not enough just yet. Does have the diamond, has the gold, has every stone imaginable.
And just a little forward throw to put Onin right back off of, because you have the gold, you can burst back into center stage. No iron, though, means that your recovery is going to be a bit predictable. And climb hazard out of shield again. That limit form putting in a lot of damage for Kola.
Able to charge that forward smash. A little bit more damage. Kola starting to look a little weary here. Just falling into these hits again and again. And I think the issue here is there is so much stage to traverse to approach Onin. Before, it felt like Kola could always be sort of terrorizing this middle distance and be able to cause, like, even it's not an immediate threat, it's saying that if you go any closer, I'll be able to, you know, knock you out. But it feels like Onin is just now getting the full range of the stage that he wants, and he's fighting on his terms.
You get another quarter of a second to react playing against a guy like Kola. That can feel like a year. 91% on Kola. He is nearing that point where he's going to have to play perfect to win this set. And we know, we've seen Kola do it before. We've seen it in that game number 4. And low resources for Onin and no diamond in the back. You take the stock, you might be well set up.
The scary thing is, if you do have to go for playing ahead, if you do have to try to hit the minecart, go for an up smash. If you're off by a pixel, you could lose your stock immediately. Kola has to be very careful in how he approaches this.
The only saving grace for him right now is that Onin has wood tools, so they're not the strongest. And he's probably going to have to craft iron if he wants better tools. Might try to set it up on the platform.
That's what I was talking about. Tried to back air there, but was just slightly off on the spacing.
And he almost rolled right into the pressure plate, barely staying alive. Kola with the pressure in the corner.
Gets the cross slash, that's even more damage, 91%. We're getting to the last hit.
Oh my God! Back air, not enough to do it. Onin holds on by the skin of his teeth.
Has Kola in the corner. Is the up smash on that. And remember what I was saying about spacing. Kola slightly misspacing the forward air, ever so slightly, falling into the range of that up smash pull-up. And Onin defeats Kola, moves on to winners finals. This is a dream for that young man.
Yeah, take it in, kid. That is one of the biggest wins you can get. Some people were saying, oh, Combo Breaker wasn't that big of a tournament. Yeah, he won, but what do you want to say about it? You can't say anything to this kid right now except congratulations, because he is guaranteed top 3 at Get On My level, and he is overjoyed about it.
He's exhausted. I mean, you saw it at the very end. That's what we were talking about. Kola had to make a lot of tough decisions one after another, and you saw a couple of them. One of them, going for that cross slash on the side. If he jumped a little higher, that would have been it for Steve. He was just a little bit too low vertically. Then, trying to go for that forward air, just slightly misspacing it and falling into Steve, meaning that the up smash was there. Kola had to play that perfectly, like you were saying, and unfortunately, just a little bit off. Well done to Onin.
Such a big win for him. I mean, moving on to winners finals. And I mean, you look at the bracket this weekend, and you think that he's one of the people that's very likely to win. He's been on a big stage and gotten a big win before, but you got another opponent that he's going to have to fight against.
Yeah, you got some, oh my goodness, the matches that we have coming up for you guys are just absolutely absurd. Can't wait for us to continue on. This is just, it's already a hell of a top 8. We're not even half done.
Yeah, literally we haven't seen all the players yet. There are 2 more that have yet to play on the other side of winners semis, and it's just, it's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride to see who gets on to winners finals as well, because that's a heck of a set that's coming up.
Unbelievable. Yeah, let's take a look at some of these replays. You saw the back throw there, and Kola consistently trying to call out these mine carts with up smash, with up air, and he did it twice in that game. You can see these back airs, Kola just consistently swinging. Oh, this was cheeky.
Yeah, this is very classic Steve stuff. That's just like, it's one of those matchup check things where, like, if you're not ready for that, there is specific counterplay, but you have to know what it is.
Exactly.
And, you know, Kola, I mean, pushed it to game 5. That was not the most impactful game loss, but, you know, as the set went on, you just got the sense that there was a little bit of decision fatigue on Kola's end because he had to be so perfect, and Onin took really big advantage of that.
It feels like Steve's greatest asset is making you play at his pace. And it's something that some players are very good at.